welcome to the vlog. Today doesn't get any more perfect. There's just like the slightest breeze, it's not too hot, a little bit of a chill in the air. So it's a perfect day to be out and riding. But on the way home I don't do much training, but today I did give it a quick little effort on my first couple miles. Check out my Strava. If you're not following me, you'll see the route that I'm doing. And it's a pretty good loop. I actually found this route from a subscriber, somebody who watches a lot, and I kept seeing them do the loop, and I was like, oh, that's a really awesome loop, so go check it out. But today I wanted to talk about Strava versus Training Peaks. Which one's better? So let's check out the app versions. So we'll try to do this the best I can on my phone. The light's pretty terrible out, but we'll check out Strava first. Just check out some of the basic features. Not Facebook, Strava. So Strava, when you first open it up, this is the Android version. Pretty common, where you can add a little name. You know, you've got your miles, elevation. I'm not trekking too much, but you got a nice map. You can give a little like, you can write a little comment. But what I'm concerned about is, let's see what data it gives. So pop-ups with your map, you've got your moving time, your distance, average speed, elevation, and calories. The trophies there are the Strava segments. You've got your analytical data. So right now I'm not tracking much, I just have the basic version. But you know, you've got speed. I've got a heart rate monitor on, and it basically gives you your average and your maximum. And because I don't have the premium, it doesn't give a suffer score or my power meter. On my other bike I have a power meter, but on this one I don't. But in either case, you need Strava Premium to check out your power data from the app. So that's kind of a bummer. So that's your Strava. So now let's go check out Training Peaks. So they've also got a little app. Boom. Alright, so you can customize this front screen to whatever you'd like. There's a lot of different menus that you can choose from, but I like this one called Overall Fitness. And it's a little difficult to see on the phone, but the pink line, the one with the really high peak there, that's fatigue. You've got a yellow line, and that's going to be your form, and then you've got the blue line, which is your fitness. I really like this graph because it really gives you a ride-to-ride feel on how you're going. So you can see the blue line right there is my fitness. So I was kind of going up, doing some really hard training, and then you see I took a little break there and it came down. And now that I'm on my commuter bike, I'm pretty much putting in base miles. So my fitness really isn't climbing that much. And you can see that the purple line there, which is the fatigue, is kind of holding stable, not really going anywhere as I put in these base miles. And then there's some other screens, 7-day totals, very similar fitness report, fatigue, and your peaks. But I really like just that front screen using it. And then, so here's our ride right here, it's 34 minutes, a little over 9 miles. So let's click on that. And then you've got this very front menu, which is the summary table. It'll give you your duration, your distance, speed, calories. So very similar to what Strava gives you. If you had a power meter, you'd have your power there. And then you've got your min, average, and max for your heart rate, which is the first line. I've got a heart rate monitor on, and then your power. And then you can fill in your bike preference and then write a little description. So that's pretty cool. And I would say that's pretty much the Strava comparison, right? So you don't get the Strava segments, but this is pretty much comparable to what you would get as the free package on Strava. But on Training Peaks, you actually get quite a bit more. So you still get the map of your ride. It'll give you your workout right below, pretty much the same information as above. So it gives you a little graphical display of your ride. But what I've really found useful, and why I haven't upgraded to the premium version of Strava, is that on Training Peaks, right next to the maps, you actually have peaks. So if you click on that, here's the power curve. And this is just for this ride. So it breaks it down in 5, 12, 30, 2 minutes, 6 minutes, 12 minutes, and then 30 minutes. But you can actually click on each of these and it'll spit out, you know, what your power was, your speed, your heartbeats, and your RPMs are all the items I'm tracking. You've got your 12-minute. And then if you click in between them, so here's my 20-minute, you know, if you were doing an FTP test or something. And then it's got similar curves for your speed, and then I wear heart rate monitor, and then my power meter tells cadence. So for me, this is basically the premium version on Strava. I mean, this is what you really want, are these curves, so you can check out your rides. And then if you actually have the desktop version, you can mess with your date ranges, and you can have your, you know, maybe a 60 day or 90 day power curves, whatever you want to look at. And I really like these graphs. And then you can also break it down and into your zones. So if you're trying to stay in a zone, so on this particular day, you see how much time I spent in zone 2, just trying to get the base miles in. So based on power, you know, I didn't quite have my power zone set up right. So there's my power data. We'll try to get better on those. So it's saying my threshold was 225. That's not quite right. And then the speed, these need to be updated as well. I did it on a later ride. But you have these really cool graphs as well, which Strava makes you pay for. And then you know, if you're using a lap counter for maybe you're doing a circuit, you can do your laps, and because I didn't use a lap, it counts it as one ride. And then you know, if you've got any files that you want to keep track of, you can add that as well. And this is all the free version on Training Peaks. All the free version. So while I was debating whether to upgrade my Strava account to the premium version, I was looking around and I found that, you know, the Training Peaks app, they're really popular. I was more or less looking for training plans, kind of when I found Training Peaks. And then when I signed on for the account, I was just so surprised at how much free information you can get. You know, the graphs and stuff that's already built in. And then for, you know, if you want to take your riding to the next level, or if you have a coach, right, you can get what's like WKO4. It's kind of a brand new system where they've got tons of charts pre-made for you to graph all that data for. So these are just like the preset ones. But I'm sure as you you know, as your coach looks more and more at the data, right, they like to have those charts. So I definitely like Strava for the KOMs, you know, and like the Strava segments and stuff. Like, I think that's a lot of fun. It's kind of like a video game. It keeps, you know, it's really encouraging maybe if you're trying to get, you know, a best time on a course or something. But as far as like data analysis, like Training Peaks is the way to go. I don't think you need to upgrade to the Strava account. Just grab a Training Peaks account and it'll have all that data for you. You know, it may be a pain in the neck switching between apps, but it's like, you know, it's totally free, and I think the maps are even better on the phone version. So what I do to get data to both websites, because I like having them both. I like the social media kind of portion of Strava, so that's why I have it. And so I've got the Garmin Edge 520, and when you go in, you can set up the accounts so that your Garmin will upload to your Garmin Connect account, and then from the Garmin Connect account, it actually will send the data both to Strava and to Training Peaks at the same time. So you don't have to do anything funny with, you know, uploading here and then uploading there. Everything's done automatically. It's a huge time saver. What I found stinks though is that if you're using Strava from your phone, it does not automatically upload to Training Peaks. I looked online for ways to see, hey, maybe I can just link the two like I do through Garmin Connect, and I wasn't able to find anything to link them. What I found was that you have to go on your actual computer, save the ride file from Strava, and then you just drag and drop it over to Training Peaks. So it's not difficult, but it is just a pain in the neck. But if you've only got your phone and you want something free, like, that's totally worth it. I don't know, maybe at the end of every day, if you've got some time, just like click and drag It literally takes 30 seconds. So if you're really on a budget and trying to save up for your next ride, or maybe a power meter yourself, you know, every penny counts. So you're always looking for some of the freebies out there. So I found Training Peaks is a huge plus in the data side, and then Strava is the social media side. So I definitely recommend checking them out, both out, and then subscribing to both, right? So if you've got a computer monitor that sits out front there, you can set it up to upload to both, and then they're both free, so why not? Hope you enjoyed the tip. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Be safe.